All right, so Loulan, the Cursed Sand. This is the announcement trailer for PlayStation 5. It is a action RPG set along the ancient Silk Road in the western regions of China, where you play as the Cursed Sand, a skeletal warrior wielding power of sand to explore the lost kingdom of Loulan, battle mighty foes, and seek your beloved princess. Let's get active on this one. They got my son out here bad, man. Got him like a skeleton. He's still ticking. He can still stick and move. I'm getting like Prince of Persia, God of War vibes at the same time. And you'll see why I said that in a second. Other than obviously looking at it. Oh, he back. He back like Jordan, wearing a 4-5. Hello. Ooh. Okay. Combat looking crispy. Oh. Did he just slide through the gate? Nah, wait a minute. He turned into sand and slid through the gate. Hold on, we gotta slow that down. He threw his weapon through the thing, hit the enemy, turned into sand, floated through, and then continued with a follow-up attack. Hold on. We gotta slow that down. Look at that again. Hold on. Boom. Sent the sand version of himself. Boom. Jumped back into the sand. Whoa, that was cool. Hold on. They not playing. That was cool. Got the tornado. Okay. Definitely a lot of God of War, Prince of Persia vibes out of this one. This is how God of War Egypt is going to look. Apparently that's confirmed. Loulan. Coming soon. They go to thumbnail right there. That's the thumbnail. So we see this China Hero project. So I'm guessing the China Hero project is like a conglomerate of developers. Matter of fact, instead of guessing, how about I look it up? All right, so the China Hero project is a PlayStation mentoring and support initiative for Chinese-based developers, helping them create incredible games that reach a global audience. Okay, so it's about what I thought it was. Like PlayStation's they've been tapping in with Chinese developers, so now they made a whole project out of it, and they're coming together and making these banger games. We've reacted to a bunch of Chinese games. A lot of them has been Souls-like, but some of them have been a little different. This game is cool. I have this. I play this on my Steam Deck. I'm sure some of you have heard of some of these games. This is great. This is nice. Sony is heading in the right way. I think. Microsoft, Nintendo, you might want to take some notes. But getting back to it, the reason why I wanted to look at that, because as I'm looking at this video, I saw in my suggestions this video from David Jaffe. So if you don't know who David Jaffe is, he's one of the original minds that put together the concept that is God of War. So he titled his video, Loulan the Cursed Sand, the first true God of War game. So he reacted to it in the first 3 minutes. It's a quick trailer. And then he gave his reasons as to why he enjoys the game. So I wanted to kind of get insight from a veteran, a professional in the game, especially on these types of games. And here we go. So we're going to check that out.
Because a lot of times put my popcorn down on the floor. I don't want to spill it. This is why I love this so far. It just was announced today, as far as I know. I've never heard of this until tonight. When I was being interviewed a lot, and even post God of War, when I would always talk about Sony let me make the game with the team that I wanted to make. And it was always this big, epic action adventure game, right? And I didn't want to do Devil May Cry, and I didn't want to do hardcore combat. It was about going on an adventure. You can go back to all of my interviews before the game came out. That's what I was saying. And I look at this, and at first I'm like, oh, it's just like a really good-looking Diablo. But when you start to really look at what's happening,
it's deeper than that.
And then I've read PlayStation put up a thing with the director earlier tonight. I mean, not only does the director have chops, he worked on God of War 2018, God of War Ragnarok as a programmer, worked on The Last of Us Part 2, worked, I believe, at Crystal Dynamics on Tomb Raider.
That's why it looks so good.
Knows what he's doing, at least as a programmer. About. I think this is his first game as a director. But they cite the games they grew up with being kind of games like God of War, right? They're not talking about a Souls game. Oh, thank God. And I love Miyazaki's my favorite game director, but they're not talking about a Souls game.
Yeah, I love Souls game too. Miyazaki.
This is God of War. But listen to this. Listen to this. Many of us worked on action titles at studios in the U.S., Japan, Santa Monica, From Software, Platinum. We're passionate about the genre dedicated to pushing its boundaries. It says they're only a 16-member cross-regional team. 16 people ain't making this game. It's possible, but I mean, unless this is a bait and switch. But our goal is to blend, listen to this, classic arcade-style combat with modern gameplay innovations. They say they were deeply inspired by the original God of War and arcade action games. Arcade, there's a key word, arcade action. I mean, I hear arcade action,
that vibe.
And I think of things like Black Tiger and Onimusha, not just pure hack and slash, but, you know, action adventures. And action adventure includes not just the hack and slash, but exploring and puzzles. I think there's puzzles in here. Let me see. Yeah. Mastering the power of sand to explore and solve puzzles. So, I mean, what I love about this is it looks like they are actually offering up an amazing, like, it's probably the first one, really. I mean, you could say God of War, but, you know, I never felt Ragnarok was adventure-y like I want it to be. This feels like God of War, basically. Like, this is the God of War.
Yeah, I heard Ragnarok. I didn't get to play Ragnarok. I have it, though. I have it physical. And I heard that it was, like, kind of condensed. Like, it kind of showed you where to go. It didn't let you go out and explore. It was very linear. And that's not a bad thing. You can have linear games that still have some exploration to them, but it was definitely like a closed down version of it, streamlined version of it.
I would want on PS5. And the fact that there's puzzles is super fucking cool. The monsters look great. The graphics look great. And then apparently you're playing this guy who, look at that thing. There's your God of War Egypt right there.
I'm about to say God of War Egypt.
Who is both a skeleton, but he can also...
And in another one of his videos, he confirmed that it's being made, God of War Egypt, that it's being made. Because he said he was on the phone with somebody, and he said they were talking about... They just got off a meeting to talk about the next God of War. He said it's going to be in Egypt, because they sent him a care package and stuff. And yeah, so... God of War Egypt is official. It's coming. You can go on his channel. I trust David Jaffe over, like, the blogs that's reporting it.
Summon the sands to wrap around him, and he can make, like, the tornadoes that you saw in the trailer. I guess depending on what you need at any given time, you're either the sand version of you or the skeleton version of you.
Right.
I don't know if you noticed, there's that part where he's going through the fence. So
that was fire.
Where it looks like he can very quickly go from bone form solid to sand. So check this out. The gate is locked, and somehow he just says, fuck it, I'm gonna phase through it, and now I'm, you know, I don't know what the fuck these fairies are. This is great. So the pedigree of the team, it's only 16 people. It's hard to believe.
Yeah, so he just goes on to sing the game's praises and whatnot. So shout out to David Jaffe, man. Like he's really tapped in with the community. Like, he really does these reactions because he really is a fan of video games. He really loves video games. Say what you will about him, whatever controversies, whatever the case may be. But to me, he's a cool dude. I don't know, like, y'all probably gonna say some shit in the comments, but I mean, to me, he seems like a cool dude. But yeah, let me do my little 1-2 real quick. Loulan, the cursed sand. Loulan, sorry, the cursed sand. So This is a game by a Chinese developer, a part of the Sony Chinese Hero Project, a program that helps Chinese developers reach a wider audience. And these games that I've been seeing lately been looking fire. I know one of them kind of flopped recently with Lost Soul Aside, but this one, I don't know. I'm the type of person where I choose to be optimistic, and I'm not sad about getting let down if it wasn't, because end of the day, we're talking about video games here, man. It's like, it's something that, you play it. It doesn't, every game doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10. I could play a 5 out of 10 and it's fine. But getting back on topic, we see David Jaffe here, the creator of God of War, one of the originators of God of War, and he's singing this game's praises and in the gameplay and the style and the format of it. And we're definitely going to keep an eye on this. It's like Prince of Persia and God of War put together. All right, so yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel down in the comments, right? So you already know the vibes. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy JusticeXFalls, and we out. One.